underway from Olympic Stadium. Henderson from the goal line. And taken down before he can reach the 20-yard line. Out comes Brent Peace. As Boomer said, the #1 draft choice in the World League quarterback draft. And there's what he has done so far. He has not been pleased with the way he's played. Offensively joining Brent Peace. Here's how it looks. Joe Henderson and Steve Avery in the backfield. The tight end Phil Ross, Willie Boyer, and Stacy Mobley are the wide receivers. And the offensive front, Mullen, Tanks, Anderson, Iniguez, and Buddy King. From the 18-yard line, the Birmingham Fire works offensively. And they'll work in a hurry without a huddle much of the game. At least that's what we've seen from them through 2 weeks of action. First play of the ball game and a fumble. Scramble still on. The machine has it. Richard Shelton. And he's still on his feet. Shelton inside the 10. Touchdown machine. That's the way to make the hometown fans happy.
You know, we talked about it earlier, Brad. The one thing that has plagued this league has been fumbles and turnovers and just dropping the ball. You see here, Joe Henderson gets the ball stripped. That was a nice hit right there.
And then Shelton scoops and takes it in.
I think Holmes wanted the ball from him. He wanted to score a touchdown.
25 yards on the return for the score. We talked about turnovers helping the machine the first time against the Fire. Well, we're one play into the game, and it's helped the machine to a 7-0 lead. One offensive play for the Birmingham Fire.
He actually never has control of this ball. It looks like it's a good handoff right in his gut. Fumbling around with it a little bit. Takes a nice hit by Adam Bob right there.
Adam Bob, one of the inside linebackers, put the hat on him, and Shelton did the rest. 7-0 machine.
Shelton did a nice job getting down on that ball, getting his hands around it, and when nobody else responded to him, he just got up and ran it into the end zone. Something that defensive players just love to do.
So we'll see Bjorn Nittmore a lot quicker than we expected to. He'll come out to kick it away again. There's Shelton. Henderson, the man that just fumbled, back deep, along with Ted Wilson. This time it'll be Wilson, and Nittmore got all of this. Wilson from 7 yards deep, but he's got a little crease. Got it to the 20. About a 27-yard return to look good for the average for Ted Wilson. Let's take a look at the defense for the Montreal Machine. We showed you the offense of Birmingham. It only took them one play to leave the field. Defensively on the front, Putzier, Royal, and Leggett. Across the front three, the linebacking core, Tracy Simeon wearing our USA helmet, Cam, Adam Bob, who had the big hit that caused the fumble, Dan Murray, and Ray Savage. Steve Lofton, you've already seen Richard Shelton a couple of times, Darrell Holmes and Quentin Jones on the corners. And a first down, Birmingham, from its own 21-yard line. There's Tracy Simeon, number 53. We'll get a lot of different shots from him tonight. Let's see if the second play from scrimmage goes better than the first. It is Henderson again on a toss sweep. Broke a tackle, got out near the 24-yard line, picked up about 3. It'll be second down and 7. Dan Murray in on the stop defensively for Montreal.
Dan was with us for a training camp in Cincinnati. And again, another guy that just got caught up in the numbers. I mean, a lot of these guys in this World League just are looking for another chance, and this is affording that them.
Lou, 372 out. Lou, 372 out.
Brent Peace, one of those players
Lou,
who was a replacement player with Houston, performed well there.
You can hear him calling Blue 372 out. I wonder if you were a defensive player, if you thought this was an out pattern, would you guess right?
On second and 7. Peace throws it incomplete, intended for Stacy Mobley.
Queen left zip. Left zip.
Jan Gailey making the call. Brent Peace hoping to deliver on 3rd and 7.
Actually, one of the reasons that Brent Peace had a lot of time on that play was that it was a penalty.
566 box.
Now second and 17.
566
was holding on the offensive line. No wonder why he had so much time. Birmingham starting very slowly tonight, to say the least.
been the trouble they've had through the first couple of weeks.
This could be a screen here.
Blitz coming. Peace rolls and buys some time. Got the pass away and got it complete to Hopkins, his tight end. And he took a shot from Tracy Simeon as soon as he let go of the football.
A nice throw by Brent.
You want to see what it looks like to chase a quarterback? Check this out.
Here you go.
Pretty good block by Henderson. You got a good view of Brent's back.
I wonder if that helmet cam's going to make it through the game.
Well, that's a nice collision.
Tracy said he was fired up to wear this thing.
Well, he showed us a little bit right there. 3rd and 1. Birmingham, only 21% of their third down conversions this year, but they have got this one. It looks as though Henderson will pick it up by about a foot or so. O'Neal Gilbert in on the stop defensively, along with Tracy Simeon, number 53.
Well, we put the helmet cam on the right guy. He's making all the tackles. Here he comes. Boom.
I think the sound's as good as the look, huh?
Oh, man.
Ham fire. Early first quarter. You're just joining us. The machine in front by a touchdown and a fumble return for a score. Play fake. Peace lofts one out, and he's got it out to Steve Avery. And Avery's got another first down and a first down. 14-yard pickup. The machine starting to settle in a little bit on offense. Henderson again. Rather the fire. Henderson. Pick up the 4 to midfield. Adam Bob made the hit. Let's get the Birmingham play call.
Go with 12 again. Okay. Let's go with a King left topo. 135 Ram. Left topo.
Let's go Texas. 135 Ram. Texas 135 Ram. No.
2nd down along 6. Right at the midfield stripe.
This should be an off-tackle run here to the left. That's your 35 call.
Only about a yard for Joe Henderson before the front wall of the machine closes in. It brings up another 3rd down
Let's
situation.
go. What do we got in there down at Park, Coach? That's 12, 21. 21. 21. Okay, go with the wing left hitter. Lou 333 over. Lou 333 over.
Go Lou. 333 over. Lou.
Now the coaches in the booth giving a 3rd and 4. It's closer to 3rd and 5. Let's see what they come up with.
You can hear Brent telling his players what the play is. This is going to be a 33 over. It's going to be a drop back pass. Probably hit the tight end on a crossing route over the middle.
Peace looks, fires, and it's intercepted, and it's Richard Shelton. He might have another touchdown. Shelton inside the 20. Forget about it. Touchdown. Later, touchdown, Richard Shelton, and he is doing it all.
Brent just threw that ball behind Mobley. Mobley had Shelton beat on this play. It's a good route by Mobley. Gets down low. That ball's outside and not thrown behind. He has a chance. The ball's thrown behind him. The offensive player has no chance. The best thing for Mobley to do there is try to play defense and keep that ball out of Shelton's hands.
Shelton's touched it twice. He scored twice. And Nitmo to try to make it 14-0. Montreal. And it's blocked. Kick is stuffed by Birmingham. So with 9 minutes and 41 seconds remaining in the first quarter, there's the man of the night. As Brent Peace throws and Richard Shelton takes it 62 yards the other way. The machine 13, fire nothing.
And the ball is actually underthrown. And it's going to be underthrown, and Shelton's going to make a nice play in stepping underneath Mobley. The ball is thrown low and outside. Mobley has a good shot at coming back and getting the ball. It was thrown outside, and Shelton makes a nice play. He's actually got 12 points tonight.
We may never see the Montreal offense this quarter. Shelton puts the machine in front, 13-0. Let's go down to the sideline of Michael Barkan. Bark.
Hey, Brad, I want to know, Richard, you ever think of playing offense the way you're scoring?
No, I'm just trying to stick with defense. Hope we can keep it up.
What are they showing you that you've been able to capitalize on, both on special teams and back there in the secondary?
Oh, they're not really showing us too much. Just the same thing we seen on film in the first time we played them. We just out there playing our heart out and ball bouncing our way.
And you know what happened the first time, Brad. Up to you.
All right, Michael, thank you. Shelton off to a great start. Gee, I wonder who's going to be Defensive Player of the Week in the World League, huh?
Well, there's a long way to go, Brad.
And there's the look of a coach whose team is down a couple of touchdowns with 9 minutes, 41 seconds remaining. Boy, Nitmo's been kicking off. I don't know if it matters. This one's shorter, though, and returnable. Ted Wilson will take it at the 7. And heading outside, got only to the 20 again. 14-yard return. Nice play by Fire possession. Started at their own 18, then the 21, and now the 21 again. 1st and 10. 2 tight end set for Brent Peace and Mobley in motion. Peace blitz on, got it across the middle. And on the run is Willie Boyer. And Boyer's got a first down across the 30 out to the 32-yard line.
I really like that call, Brad. Chan Gailey's been around great quarterbacks, so he knows after an interception has been thrown, you want to come right out on the field and you want to immediately start throwing. Get that confidence level back up for Brent.
Solid 949 flat.
Okay, you're 949 flat.
Q solid.
9 flat. Q solid. 949 flat.
Okay, this is a drop back pass play, so he's going to keep the pressure on Brent to keep throwing and find a rhythm.
First down for Peace in the Fire offense at its 33-yard line. Pass. This could be a play coming up. The pump fake and the long ball, and incomplete, intended for Boyer again. Boyer took a lick back in the secondary from Darrell Holmes, a free safety.
What you're hearing is when you hear 949, that is a passing tree that the Birmingham Fire are using.
Set right, zip zap. Set right, zip zap. Got a right. Ruby 372 out.
Set right, zip zap.
372 zip zap.
Set right, zip zap.
What you hear is zip zap is the formation.
372 out.
372 out is the play. Obviously, this is a pass play. 372 meaning the 3 numbers of the passing tree, and I'll explain that in a minute.
Mobley again, the motion man. The blitz coming. Pass incomplete. Closest man, the tight end. And we got a man down. Steve Lofton, the left corner, shaking up on the play for the machine defense.
The passing tree that they're using, it goes 1 third down and long as an outside linebacker's dream, and that's Tracy's going to be blitzing on the outside.
4 wide out group for Brent Peace. He'll work from the shotgun.
Turn in or turn outside, depending on what kind of defense he sees.
You just want to hope the quarterback and the receiver are on the same page.
Right.
3rd down for Peace, and he's got time in the pocket. Incomplete. Intended for Stacy Mobley. And the Fire's going to have to give it up.
The back stairs.
Look out for that guy. Richard Shelton back in punt return formation. Kurt Maggio set to kick it away for Birmingham. Shelton's touched it twice tonight. He's ended up in the end zone both times. They'll have a chance to field this from the 22. And he took a pretty good lick about the 26-yard line. That is where the machine offense will finally go to work when we come back. 7:10 to go first quarter. Machine backfield. Roderick Sargent and Elroy Harris is the tailback in the eye. Motion man. Mike Cador. And a give to Harris. And Harris is a big hole off the left side. And the machine offense 9 yards on its first play. John Miller made the tackle. Elroy Harris carrying the ball there. In the backfield was Sargent, Keith Jennings, Mike Cador, Willie Snead are the tight end and wide receivers. They're Roche, Novak, Graham, Kula, and Harris across the front wall for Montreal. 2nd down and a yard to go. Sargent, the fullback. He's going to be close to the first down before the Birmingham Fire defense can slow him down. Let's check that Fire defense. They played well through 2 weeks. Otis Moore, Darrell Phillips, and Pelham McDaniels across the front 3. The linebacking core, Steve Heisch, Paul McGowan, John Brantley, and Maurice Oliver. And the secondary, Tracy Sanders, John Holland, John Miller, and Arthur Hunter. Miller, who had a 99-yard touchdown return on an interception last week that was the difference in the Fire's win over Sacramento. 3rd down and a yard. Harris collides with Sweeney. spins his way back near the line of scrimmage, but he didn't get the first down. Nice job by the Birmingham defense. They stuff him for a loss of about a yard. Brantley and Moore are there to slow down the machine offense. So 9 yards on the first play, and then they're going the wrong way with the other 2.
I'll tell you, if you're Kevin Sweeney, you're saying to yourself, am I playing in this game or what?
Kevin's in there for about a minute and a half, and now Chris Moore will kick it away.
You got an interesting play set. Montreal likes to play with their special teams. They like to do a lot of different things to create different looks, and they move guys around a lot on the field to try to confuse their opposing.
More standard set there. Moore kicks it away. A nice punt. James Henry from the 22 out to the 29-yard line. 44-yard kick and a 9-yard return. Let's take a little buggy ride here in Montreal tonight with the machine out in front. 13-0. 5 minutes, 13 seconds to go for him with 11 catches. That's a Coors Silver Bullet receiving leaders. Ultimately, the award will be $2,500 each to the leading quarterback and receivers from Coors to the Literacy Foundation in the player's hometown. Pick up a 4 as Birmingham has its best field position so far tonight. But again, a couple of miscues have cost him 13 points. Steve Avery, the fullback, on the carry there, and it'll be second down about 6.
Go Texas, 135 out.
Get in there, Philip.
Texas, 135 out.
Doubles left, zip.
Doubles left, doubles left.
Telling Phil Ross, the tight end, to get back in there.
Texas, 135 out, out.
A little special tutoring right there.
Second and 6. And out to the 37-yard line goes Avery. It's going to be about 2 yards shy of the first down. Let's get the call again on the Birmingham sideline.
10 personnel. 10. 3rd and 3. 10. Okay, go trips right. Strike 999 dart.
Let's go, let's go, let's
Trips
go.
right being the formation, 999 dart being the play.
Strike, 999 dart.
And strike, screen pass. Is that what we're looking for, Boomer?
Strike will mean screen pass. Most note probably right to the back, standing right next.
That's Avery.
Big Brent Peace. Here it comes, here he comes.
Well, he goes over the middle instead, and he's got his man, Boyer. And Boyer across midfield before Lofton can catch up with him and make the stop and pick up a 14.
Really, Brent did a nice job of reading the defense. Just because you call a screen pass does not mean that you have to throw it to the screen.
Doubles left, zip. 138. Zip. Doubles left.
Watch how he reads the defense. You see the defenders running out with the screen, and underneath comes a shallow cross. It's a nice read by Brent Peace.
Boyer takes it for the first down and in to machine territory for the Birmingham Fire offense.
Texas, 139 over. Go.
He's 4 out of 8, 56 yards, and he's thrown the interception for a score, and he wants a timeout here.
He got caught in the middle of an audible there. He was trying to audible from one side to the other because he was going to the weakness of the defense. The play clock was so quick that he had to get rid of it. Call timeout.
3 minutes and 14 seconds to go in the first quarter at Olympic Stadium. Looking in on the machine defense. For the machine, statistics can lie so often. And that has been the case so far tonight. Trust us. Because Birmingham's doing all the offense. The machine's doing all the defense. There you get a look. Brent Peace rolls and throws and got his tight end. And a first down for Mark Hopkins. Hopkins knocked out, but not before he got inside the 35-yard line.
Again, it's nice play action by Brent, faking the toss to the left, making the defense go with the fake, coming back against
Queen
the
left, topo, 135. Queen left, topo.
Fire comes up without a huddle.
135 will be
35.
an off-tackle run to the left.
Cross. Idaho, 135 cross. Down.
Should be off-tackle to the left.
Steve Avery in there is a single setback with a 2 tight end formation. And here he comes off the left tackle. To the 32-yard line, Desmond Royal, the nose tackle, made the stop. They told us Avery's going to have to carry the ball more tonight, Boomer, and he certainly is doing that.
And one of the things that happens is when you get your running game in gear, you can now use your fake bootlegs and what we call your nakeds, where there are no lead blockers for your quarterback who's making the play fake in the backfield. Avery's a big kid too, and and they want to get him. They want to pound the big fullback up the middle.
There you see Northern Michigan's all-time leading rusher, 210 pounds. He is a load, as Boomer just mentioned. Piece back, steps up in the pocket, got it to Boyer inside the 20. Another first down. It looked like a late hit almost as Boyer got to the 19-yard line. Darrell Holmes in there to make the stop.
Again, it was play action in the backfield. Brent showing real good poise in the pocket. Put that ball right between the numbers.
Boyer now with 3 catches on the night.
338 Denver.
Tell you what, Pieces getting rattled down 13 points.
Denver.
He's kept his poise. Has not played as well in the first 2 weeks as he had hoped for, and that's the same story. Chad Gailey says he hasn't played as well as I thought he was going to either, but we think he's getting better every week. This drive, he looks pretty good. Here comes the end around. Stacy Mobley. And Mobley inside the 10 near the 9-yard line. Got about 9 yards out of it, close to another first down before Richard Shelton made the tackle.
For those fans who follow the Denver Broncos, you can see a lot of the similarities. Good little play fake again to Avery. Mobley comes around. It's a good call down here because the defenses tend to play a lot more man defense, and they tend to leave the zones that they're standing in. Creates mismatches down the field.
And he got a nice gain and in fact got a first down. I gave him 9. He got more like 10 and a half. Nice spot and a 1st and goal coming up.
You got overcalled right here. Yeah. No, he can't. They're getting one in there now. They're getting one in there. I want you to hit the over anyway, more than likely, okay? Steve! I can't, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Who's running the over?
Quarterback and head coach on the Birmingham sideline.
You want wing right hitter
At the
Ruby,
8-yard line.
What? Wing right hitter Ruby, 333 over.
What happens down here?
You got a root, it's going to be wing right hitter. You're going to start over the right and come to the left. And if you get you got dual protection. If they don't come,
Okay, we're gonna go Ruby,
I want you to run a flat, okay? If they don't come,
wing right hitter.
we cannot get a first down. We got to score. Got to score. Okay. That's why I'm throwing. Back up.
We got wing
Okay,
right
what they're
hitter.
talking about here, down here in this part of the field, defenses
Wing
tend
right
to play a
hitter,
lot of
go
man-to-man
on
coverage.
On one.
And they call an over pattern to the, probably to the tight end, running across the middle, trying to create picks in the middle of the field to create an opening, much like you would in basketball. They have 2 tight ends. You'll see 1 tight end come in motion down here.
The one in motion is Hopkins. The other is Ross. And Peace on 1st and goal across the middle, and he's got Avery out of the backfield down near the 1-yard line. So Steve Avery's been a workhorse on this drive for the Fire. Adam Bob and Darrell Holmes made the hit defensively for Montreal.
32! 32! 32! Tell them 32. Bear 133.
Huh? What?
Queen right slot. Queen right slot. Bear 133.
133 out.
2nd down and goal, about a yard and a half away from the machine end zone.
A lot of people yelling different things. This could be a quick hitter up the middle.
Timeout. Get in the
Avery
right goddamn
not sure where he should be set, and Brent Peace is upset. And another timeout here taken by the Fire.
One of the reasons that they're calling a timeout, and it's a smart play by Brent because they're in scoring position, there's a lot of confusion on the field. Guys don't know where to line up, and with the sped up clock, with the fact that the 35-second clock is moving continuously, they run out of time, and they don't have time to make the sets in the backfield.
And Chan Gailey made it very clear that he wanted his tight ends and Avery over there to talk to them too, because they were the guys a little bit confused, either Avery or the tight end that was supposed to be in motion. So he brought everybody over to have a little chat.
Sometimes the quarterback says the wrong thing too, so it's not always the other guy's fault. The quarterback could be giving the wrong personnel, the wrong formation.
If we don't get
He's
the
got a lot of
formation,
things to think
push
about.
down and just give me that, because I can hear that. But when you're rushing it, I can't hear it because it's too staticky.
He's talking about he can't hear in the helmet.
We got 2nd down.
With the microphone.
Hold on the ball.
He's trying to tell the coach to calm down.
Not give him too much, right?
Just don't rush it. Just calm down. Calm down. Coaches tend to get excited when you get near the goal line on both sides. Defensive coaches on the other side, offensive coaches on your side.
Both teams have used a couple of timeouts, and we are not yet through quarter number 1. 24 seconds to go, first quarter. It is 13-0 Montreal, but Birmingham lit their offense, moved it down the field just outside the Montreal 1-yard line. 2nd and goal.
This will probably be a quick hitter up the middle. If not, it could be a play-action pass throwing out to the back in the flat. But I think it'll probably be a quick hitter up the middle.
Avery and Henderson, dual backfield. There's the play fake. Wide open is Avery. Waiting too long is Peace, and it's intercepted. Quentin Jones stole that one. And Boomer, if Peace would have gotten rid of it earlier, it would have been a touchdown.
Got to throw it quicker. I mean, he's mad at himself right now, I can tell you that.
We'll get another look at this, and you will see Avery open by a couple of yards, but Quentin Jones, the strong safety out of Pittsburgh, makes the big play.
We'll see Avery come underneath, good play action fake, and there he's open. But actually, I think Brent was looking for the tight end in the back of the end zone, and then came off to Avery, and a little bit too late. Jones made a nice play. If it weren't for the secondary of the machine, I don't know what the score would be for Birmingham right now.
Tell you what, they just wasted a 69-yard drive in 9 plays with the interception down at the goal line. And the Machine's offense takes over at its own 3. Harris pops his way out to the 8, where Junior Jackson made the tackle.
The Machine has run 4 plays in the first quarter.
But 3 turnovers, including 2 interceptions, as Montreal in front by a 13-0 score. The end of the first quarter. Brent Peace dejected on the sideline, knowing that had he pulled the trigger a little quicker, it would have been 13-7. As it is, 13-0 at the end of 1.
All year long. But I like their offensive play calling.
Montreal only 4 plays. They haven't thrown the ball yet. Still haven't. Illegal procedure on Bob Kula, the right guard. Now the Machine backed up to its own end zone as well. Sweeney, this will be the first throw of the night. Just got rid of it. Incomplete, and Kevin Sweeney took a shot.
Phillips absolutely hammered him.
There's Darrell Phillips.
This is what quarterbacking is all about right here, my friend. This is some hit right here. That's one of the things about being a quarterback is you have to sit in there. When you know you're going to get hit, you got to deliver the ball. You just got to give your body up for the good of the team, so to speak. Not for the good of yourself, but
definitely not for the good of the body. That's right. 3rd and 10. A little quick hitter inside and out across the 10 to the 12-yard lines. Broderick Sargent, but he's going to be short of the first down. Let's go to Michael Barkam. Bark.
Hey, Brad, you talked about the Fire killing themselves before. I'll tell you, this is what could kill you. These are the seams for the baseball setup right here, and there's about a half-inch difference from the field to where this little runner runs through, and the same for third base right here and the pitcher's mound out there. And Boomer, you can tell us what happens if you run over one of those things on the field. Back to you.
You hurt yourself, Michael.
The Machine to punt. Moore with another nice kick. James Henry backpedals to the 34, looking for some help. And he's got a decent return out of it. Out near midfield, got back to the 49-yard line. 14-yard return after a 52-yard kick.
If you're watching this game, you think that Birmingham is in total control. And they have been.
Hold on a second. Henry!
We talked about the first quarter statistics when we came back a moment ago. And look at this. Time of possession is all Birmingham. Turnovers is the key right there, the left of your screen, the second from the bottom. Those 3 turnovers, a fumble return for a score, 2 interceptions, 1 of those for a touchdown. Brent Peace over the middle of Boyer. His 4th catch of the night, has it inside the 45 of the Machine.
Again, a nice job by Chant.
Let's go doubles right zip. 139.
Doubles right zip. Doubles right zip.
Doubles right zip. 139. 139.
Can't hear you.
139.
137. Go dog. 137 out.
Well, 139 sent him to the sideline.
Well, what happened there is that his earpiece in his helmet is not working, so he couldn't hear Changeli, but he was trying to read his lips.
Instead of 139, it's 137. Let's see if everybody knows what's going on. Avery with a nice cutback, and it's going to be close.
Essentially the same play, 37 and 39, just a little bit tighter as opposed to getting out real wide. Good second down and short call. Got the first down. Good safe call. But I like Changeli making Brent Peace get into the offense and throwing.
Queen right. Zip. up, Zip. Got to hurry up.
Here we go. Down.
First down. Birmingham trailing 13-0. Avery hitting the backfield this time. Loss of a couple. Tracy Simeon, the linebacker. Big smile on his face.
You got holding inside as well.
Supposed to keep your head up on those form tackles, aren't you?
Yes. There's Tracy. Good job getting in the backfield, creating havoc. Makes a good tackle. And Tracy has one of the best in the business to learn from out in Kansas City, and Derek Thomas.
That's right.
Here we go. Here we go.
Tracy with the Chiefs. Mike Elkins, who's quarterbacking the Surge, also with the Chiefs. Signed with the New Orleans Saints. Carl Peterson, the GM of the Chiefs, talking to him during the NFL season. He said, I think it's a great idea. He says, we've got some kids that can definitely get more work there. Boomer, what do you think of it?
I think it's a great idea for these young kids. They get an opportunity to improve their skills as opposed to sitting in the offseason lifting weights and going to film class and things of that nature. They get an opportunity to play, and that's really the most important thing.
Peace went to the left side after looking right. Boyer in and out of his hands. Darrell Holmes popped him in the secondary. Holmes having a nice job, doing a nice job back there, as is Shelton.
The way those guys were drafted, they were drafted in an enhancement draft. They enhanced their teams.
Here's a look at Boyer, who got his hands on it before Darrell Holmes collared him.
Got to catch that ball. The ball's right there, right in the numbers.
Brings up second down and 25. We've got 11:33 to go in the first half from Montreal. With Boomer Esiason and Michael Barkan, I'm Brad Nessler. Nice to have you along with us on USA on this matchup between the Machine and the Fire. Brent Peace rolling out. And he's going to go deep the other way. He's got a man open if the ball gets there, and it does. And Mobley takes it in. Touchdown, Birmingham. 55-yard scoring pass.
After this point, we go for one. Yeah.
Boy, that thing seemed to hang there forever. But it just got over Richard Shelton.
This is one of the favorite plays that the Denver Broncos run. They call it a dash pass. He drops back, straight back, and then rolls to his right and then throws it all the way across the grain. Now, you can do that when you have John Elway.
This was not a John Elway throw.
But it got there. And Richard Shelton got burned. He was thinking, this is my third for the evening.
That's right. And instead, Mobley takes it in, and now Win Lyle in to attempt the point after, and we're going to have a 6-point ball game if Lyle connects. And he does. So a 52-yard drive in 4 plays, and with the penalty involved, the touchdown pass was 55 yards.
Love you.
Stacey Mobley loves somebody, and he's going to love the end result. He'll get a look at this sometime later on. Fedor will take it to the Machine. Far sideline. Got only out to the 21-yard line. USA helmet cam, and listen in close to what's going on this one.
Good job, homeboy. All right, buddy. Good job. Hey, you playing KC? Yeah. I used to be there, man. You know shit? Fred. Yeah. All right, baby.
Well, there you have it. Homeboy is a term of affection that we use amongst each other in between plays. And yes, we can be civilized in between plays. That was Avery and Simeon talking to each other. And I guess Simeon felt that Avery was a homeboy.
Terms of endearment, huh?
Yes.
Affection, a homeboy.
Yes.
From the 22, first down for the Machine. Harris, the single setback, gets the call on the toss sweep on the left side. Trying to put a stiff arm out there and lost a yard. Nice job defensively, as now the Fire's defense a little bit fired up. Junior Jackson and then Arthur Hunter in on the hit. Paul McGowan also the inside backer.
We talked to Paul McGowan before the game. He said, well, if our offense can get going, we'll be okay.
A little misleading. The Fire all over it in total yardage, but still it's 13-7 thanks to 3 turnovers by the Birmingham offense. Second down and 12. Here comes a blitz. Sweeney going deep. He's got man coverage out there, and it's pretty good man-to-man coverage. Tracy Sanders on the corner.
Good coverage right there. Ran step for step.
Looks a little bit like Bobby Butler. Played at Florida State. Played opposite Deion Sanders on the other corner for Bobby Bowden.
Got away with a little holding there.
Maybe a little bit on Cador, the wide receiver.
Look at that. He grabbed his jersey right there. Well, this guys get away with everything back there in that secondary.
The trick of the trade. Third down and long. Sweeney, I don't know if this is supposed to be a quarterback keeper. I think somebody went the wrong way in the backfield. John Miller runs Sweeney out of bounds. Montreal with 3 possessions and 3 and out each time offensively, so it's a good job. Good thing their defense is doing the job. Their offense isn't.
Not first play.
Let's go.
That's from the head coach. Jacques not mincing words. Jacques Dussault, the head coach there with the shorts on the left of your screen.
Stay there. Stay there. Here we go.
Chris Moore into kick. James Henry goes back deep for Birmingham. This is not as good a punt. And Henry's going to clear out of the way. Takes a Montreal bounce and rolls to a stop at the 34-yard line. 9 minutes and 4 seconds to go first half. Birmingham trailing by 6. They'll have a 13-7. 9 minutes, 4 seconds to go first half. The fire from their own 34. Brent Peace going to keep it. Got a couple before he's run out of bounds. Tracy Simeon shagging down a quarterback, and that'll give us another look at the pursuit.
The thing about Tracy here on this play, he's actually in between the quarterback and the quarterback's receiver. So he's got to play in between. He's playing off and going forward, playing back. And then...
Hello. A little shot there.
A little out of bounds there too, Tracy.
The quarterbacks are supposed to take a little lick just to keep you in the game.
Have you been watching the helmet cam?
From the 36. Piece over the middle. Nice catch. And hit immediately at the 41-yard line is Willie Boyer. Boyer's been pretty active. Pick up a 7.
I'll tell you, Willie Boyer could help himself a little bit.
King left topo. 135 Ram left topo.
Here's your off tackle play to left, but Boyer can help himself a little bit. When you run across the middle as a receiver and you see a zone defense, you want to sit in the zones. You don't want to run through the zones, because when you run through the zones, you're actually going to be running into other players. So sit down when you see those zones.
And he ran into another player a yard short of the first down. 3rd and a yard. Anderson straight ahead. He's got the first down out to the 45-yard line. So Birmingham with all kind of statistics offensively, total yardage, time of possession, you name it, they've got it, but they trail on the scoreboard. There's the first downs. As you saw, the machine with 3 possessions and haven't been able to muster anything on offense, but thanks to Richard Shelton, their right cornerback, they're in front 13-7.
I think the machine offense needs a little oil. What would you say, Brad?
Topo!
First down at the 45. 2 tight end formation. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Henderson. And Henderson picks up 4. Defensively, Johnny Carter and Jerry Leggett are there. Henderson out of Iowa State. 6'1", 205. Originally a 10th round draft choice of the New Orleans Saints in '89. Last week got the first touchdown for the Fire. 35-yard scamper, and that got the fans going in Birmingham. 2nd down at 7 for the Fire. Under 7 minutes to go first half. Nice play fake by Peace. Lofts it out, and Mark Hopkins, his tight end, can't hold on. Adam Bobb is there defensively.
Peace had to adjust that throw over Simeon. You'll see right here. Let him just a little bit too far. You have a tendency when you're rolling with your receiver out of the pocket to lead the receiver a little bit too much. You want to throw it a little bit at him, a little bit. I usually aim for the front number. And usually a good target to throw at. Not always perfect, but
Fire 3rd, 3 out of 5, I should say, the third down conversions. And they've got third down here, and they're going deep. Boyer's out there and knocked away by Steve Lofton. Nice job defensively by number 45.
Rousseau said his strong point on defense was his 2 cornerbacks, and we've seen that tonight. Both Shelton and Lofton are playing very well back there. Lofton timed this ball just perfect.
Not a bad ball from Peace, intended for Boyer, who's been his leading receiver tonight. We'll get another look.
It's a good throw. Lofton does a real nice job coming out of his back pedal and looks for the ball. Nice job.
Fire punts it away, and the fair catch taken by Richard Shelton at the 16-yard line. This one's incomplete, but we've still got a tight game. 13-7, Montreal in front. They've got the Montreal 21 yards on 6 running plays, and that's it. They haven't completed a pass yet. And the ball is loose, and Birmingham comes up with it at the 11-yard line. So the Fire comes up with a big defensive play, much like the Machine did on the opening play of the ball game.
Man, if you're the Machine, they just got to get their act together. They're just not playing well at all. I mean, Birmingham's defense has totally shut them down.
Number 77, Pelham McDaniels, and John Miller from the secondary are the 2 guys that got near the ball. As you see, Harris cough it. And then the scramble was on.
Defensive players are taught when they make the tackle to go after that ball. You'll see. Jars the ball loose.
Gives Birmingham the football at the 11-yard line. First down, and it's Avery. Straight ahead for 3. And the Fire can get a first down inside the 1-yard line. The turnovers. There's a look, in the Machine for the first time tonight loses the football, giving Chan Gailey's Birmingham Fire an opportunity to not only get back in this thing, but take the lead now.
Know how to run this? Ricky? Yes, sir.
Second down and 7 at the 8-yard line.
14.
Avery again, and he works his way inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. Steve Avery with a nice run before Putzier puts him down. Bring it up third down and a long 3.
To the 1 for the first. Give me 10 personnel. 10. Get 10 personnel. Hey, get in there, Joe. Trips left. Honor 924 under. Honor 924.
10 personnel puts the little guys trotting out to the field.
Exactly. That's just a call for their wide receiver spread offense. And this will be a little flat pattern out to the left, but again, they're confused and they're going to have to call timeout.
And that is their final timeout of the first half.
We got everybody. Good decision.
Let's stay right here and see what goes on the sideline.
Got to stick it in there this time now. How were they lined up then? Did it look like 4-2?
What was it?
What'd that look like, Steve? Let's go with the dig on 44, okay? Let's go with the dig on 44. Go, just right. 924 on. Just right.
What's the formation?
Go right. Yeah, go left
Right,
formation. Left formation.
Dig on 44.
Right.
All they're talking about there, they're talking about left formation. It tells everybody, all the backs and all the wide receivers where to line up. 044 is the passing tree again. They'll probably hit somebody in the flat underneath the 2 receivers to the left. Probably going to hit Henderson in the flat to the left, I would think.
They need almost 4 yards.
Good safe play. He might even roll out into this. Actually, they're in a shotgun. They'll probably hit Henderson out of the backfield.
Peace from the gun. Henderson flanks him on his left. And it's a little shovel to Henderson. And he didn't get the first down because Tracy Simeon was there.
Well, that's a pass.
Pass it is. A completion too, but that man stops the Fire short of the first down. That's what Tracy Simeon just did to Joe Henderson. And it brings on the field goal unit for the Fire. Win Lyle into a 10 to 20-yard field goal to try to cut the gap to 3. Lyle has got the 10th point for the Birmingham Fire. So the fumble recovery pays off, but it nets the Fire only 3, thanks to Tracy Simeon and USA Helmet Cam. 13 to 10. St. Joseph's Shrine here in Montreal. We'll be back in a moment.
Isn't Sir John late for tea?
Yes. I'd rather.
Only 3 now after 2 early touchdowns. Richard Sheldon scoring both of them, one on a fumble recovery, one on a 62-yard interception return. But the Fire, with all their offense, has cut it down to a 3-point game. Mike Cador on the kickoff return with some room and the kicker to beat. Down the sideline and knocked out at the 37-yard line.
Terrell Austin just laid a great block right in the middle to spring Cador. Watch this block by number 20 right there. Wow. And that is some serious special teams play right there, and that's called a lookout block. The player trying to make the play does not see the blocker coming out of his corner of his eye, and actually Austin just leveled.
Kirk Maggio saved a touchdown. The kicker knocked him out of bounds. Cador out of Eastern Kentucky, right there, number 81. Little guy, 5'8", 169. And Kirk Maggio said, yeah, you know, I ran him down. He's got a lot of speed, but I still got him out of bounds at 37.
I'll tell you what, Austin absolutely leveled Thorson.
Boomer, you know, he's smart, quick, and full of tricks. We're talking about Richard Dean Anderson. He's MacGyver, weeknights, 7 o'clock, 6 Central on USA.
I knew you weren't talking about Michael Barkan.
From the 37-yard line, the Machine with a first down. And bouncing outside is Elroy Harris. And Harris swarmed out at the 33. Got about 4 before John Holland got over there to make the hit. As we take a look at what's gone on with the Machine possessions. 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, and a fumble on the first play.
They got great field position. Now's the time that they got to make something happen on their offense. Their defense and their special teams have kept them in the game. They got to make something happen here.
There's still the story. The Machine leads by 3 thanks to 3 turnovers by Birmingham. But Birmingham has controlled the game as far as their offense, with the exception of those miscues. Fans are kind of pounding on the seats now, waiting for the Machine to do something offensively, and Harris is trying to do it, but he's going to be run down again at the line of scrimmage. Arthur Hunter came up from the secondary. John Brantley was there.
I think Joe Faragalli, the offensive coordinator of the Machine, is probably saying, hey, don't these guys listen to me when I talk to them in meetings? There he is.
Okay, I right. Yeah, base. Base people.
All right, base people just means 2 running backs.
Reverse. 9.
Here you go. Here's a reverse.
Okay.
He'll fake a play to the right,
1 to 3,
and he'll hand it to the wide receiver coming around. Base personnel, all that means.
Come on, let's go.
It is 3rd down at 5, and as we told you, the Machine has not converted a 3rd down yet. We're at the 2-minute warning, and the Machine out in front by 3. We'll see what they've got on 3rd down when we come back. Quarterback who has the 13 points for the Machine tonight, and they're out in front by 3, and we're just a couple of minutes away from halftime. And at halftime, Diana Nyad's got the Reebok halftime report, checking out the Machine. And Boomer and I will have highlights of the first half, and there were some definite fireworks for the Machine. Cador got the first down, I think, by about a foot to the 26-yard line. Tell you what, Kevin Sweeney stuck his hat in there, Boomer.
Well, he figured he's not getting the opportunity to throw. He's got to do something. He showed a little toughness there.
The first down of the night for the Machine.
Kevin Sweeney said this week that he wasn't as strong as some of the other quarterbacks. I'll tell you what, he's got guts. He stuck his head right in there.
He was
Oliver reads the play. That's a nice play by Sweeney. And you notice he stuck his left shoulder in there, not his right shoulder. Smart play.
Got the block on Maurice Oliver, the outside linebacker. Helped the Machine get the first down. Now he's going to the air, and he throws to the end zone, and Cador broke his pattern outside, incomplete.
Fans are booing, but there's obviously a little bit.
Okay.
I right.
340.
I right.
Little miscommunication there. What you have now is you have I right 343. The two outside receivers will run out patterns.
They're trying to fix the clock right now. Want it down to 126. It had stopped at 147.
Said I right 343, so you should have the outside receivers running out patterns and your tight end running a crossing pattern over the middle.
And the machine with a couple of excellent tight ends in Keith Jennings and K.D. Dunn.
Let's take a look at Sweeney again. This is known as the fetal block. You get in the fetal position, and hopefully the guy does not remember who blocked him and doesn't get too mad at you. So when he comes back there to see you, he takes it easy on you.
Kevin Sweeney, who was selling boats on the West Coast when the World League wondered if he wanted to play football, sold his left shoulder out there to help his team get a first down. Now it is second down after the miscommunication and the incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 at the 26 of Birmingham.
And we found that, especially being here in Montreal the last 2 days, that fans miss football. The Alouettes left back, I believe, in '86 or '87, and they want football here, and they've been great to us the couple days that we've been here.
They're not going to be too nice to Kevin Sweeney if he doesn't improve those 0 for 3s.
But he hasn't had the opportunity. I mean, on first down, when most quarterbacks like to throw, he's only thrown one first down pass. The previous 5 snaps he's ran. But he hasn't really had the opportunity to showcase himself, and they are struggling, and they're not making the proper calls and the proper reads. He's frustrated, just like probably his teammates are, and the coaches are, and the fans. So it's something that's got to grow.
Stan Kemp, our referee, try to straighten things out with the booth over the clock difficulty.
I mean, he's not ordering pizza for halftime?
It could be. I'm a little hungry.
Who is he talking to on that phone? I want to know, who is he? Do you have any idea who he's talking to?
I have no clue. Trying to get the press box and get the clock straightened out. Meanwhile, it gives us a little break in the action to tell you what we've got coming up this weekend. More action on the gridiron continues. It'll be the New York, New Jersey Knights heading north to meet the same Montreal machine, or Sacramento and Frankfurt. That is Saturday, 8 o'clock Eastern, right here on USA. Boomer and I, Michael, will be back in Birmingham. I should say in Birmingham against the Fire and the Monarchs of London. And if Birmingham wins this, will go to 2-1. London already unbeaten at 3-0. That is the biggest game of the year if all that comes to pass. But right now, Montreal in front by 3 over Birmingham.
I'm really looking forward to going to Birmingham. I mean, you talk about
loving football.
Loving football and tailgating. They really know what's going on down there.
You know it.
Very smart football fans down there. Very rowdy football fans, too. I'm looking forward to that.
They turned out 53,000 for their opener and had about 17 last week. Michael, what's wrong down there?
Resetting it to 147.
All right, they're telling me they reset the clock here to 147. Did the 2-minute warning pass you by? 2-minute warning pass by?
We've already had the 2-minute warning.
All right, there you go. They're resetting the clock at 147. It's 153 right now, and they're going to start the game right here. There you go. What's the score?
Hey, Mike, was he calling for information or what?
They have one at 147 directly across from us. The other at 153, as you saw.
I'll tell you, that clock right there, if you get poked in the eye, you're in trouble. You don't know what's going on.
Michael Barkett on the sideline asking our official if the 2-minute warning passed him by. Little as Michael know, most of the game has passed him by. It's 13-10.
He's the greatest. You know, he really is.
Oh. Do me a favor. The term knucklehead comes to mind, doesn't it?
No, I didn't say that. You know, he's going to get real mad at us.
It's second down after all of this. Talk about a delay of game penalty. Let's throw one on the timekeeper. From the 26-yard line. 2nd and 10 to the machine. Here comes a blitz. Sweeney's going to take off with it. And inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. John Brantley and Maurice Oliver brought him down. He picked up 7. There's Brantley, former Georgia linebacker.
Can't find anybody open. Does a nice job stepping up in the pocket. Put that ball away. Does a nice job of holding on to the ball.
3rd down and a long 3. at the 19-yard line.
Fight 19.
High backfield. Cador in motion. And they come straight up the middle with Harris. Not enough for the first down, though.
I don't agree with that call at all right there. I mean, it's 3rd and 4, and you're not running the ball effectively. Throw a little flat pattern. Let's move your quarterback out of the pocket, roll him out, do a little naked.
Yep. That's what's happening. But Sarge isn't kicking him out.
That's Joe Farragelli, the offensive coordinator,
saying that Broderick Sargent isn't getting a good enough block out there. The fullback.
Katie, you know, that's all I got.
Brings in Bjorn Nittmo for a 34-yard field goal
I thought he'd be there, you know.
That is perfect, but he's got to just go and
putt. Yeah, snap it. Let's go. Let's go.
34-yard kick coming up.
39-yard kick coming up now.
Flags down, delay a game. That'll make it a little tougher on Nittmo.
Delay. Offense. Still 4th down.
I think Nittmo's used to the NFL. You know, Nittmo, he's an interesting story. He had a lot of success with the Giants, and then as a Plan B free agent, goes and signs with the Kansas City Chiefs, who has Nick Lowry. I don't know who his agent or attorney is, but I wonder if he's from Sweden.
3 out of 4 on the season is Nittmo. His long of the year is 45. They're just asking for a 39-yarder here. And he got it right down the middle. Nittmo tacks on 3 more for the machine, and they go in front now by 6.
Now, there's a guy that's good enough to kick in the NFL if he's at the right place at the right time, but don't sign with Kansas City.
The Good Hands team up there in front.
Let's go.
We've got 18 seconds left first half from Olympic Stadium, Montreal. It is 16-10. The machine in front. Their only offensive points, that field goal by Bjorn Nittmo of 39 yards just moments ago. Let's watch Tracy Simeon play special teams here, shall we?
One of the interesting things in this league is that your star players have to be on special teams because of the shortage of players.
Let's go hit somebody.
Tracy's going to be one of the guys with a shift.
Let's go, KD.
Let's see if he gets a piece of somebody. Kick taken at the 10-yard line by Ted Wilson. Wilson across the 25. Tracy's part of the collision at the 29-yard line.
I think Tracy could find a collision out in the desert if he wanted to.
So we got time for 1 or 2 plays, depending on what the Fire wants to do. 11 seconds left first half.
Now there was a miscommunication. They said they were going to squib the ball, and I don't know if Bjorn understood what the coach meant. You have a French coach talking to a Swedish kicker.
He kind of knocked that baby down about the 10-yard line.
Truly the World League. Jacques to Bjorn.
568.
Squib, and he kicks it down the corner. And we got Barkan down on the sideline. We got all kinds of things happening.
Boomer in the booth, huh? 11 seconds. Peace rolls. Has plenty of time and throws out complete to Willie Boyer. Flags down, and Peace scraping himself off the turf as he got decked by Johnny Carter, the nose tackle. In fact, Brett's still not up. He's going to wait and see what the penalty marker's about.
Yeah.
You gotta love this at a quarterback. You're 11 seconds to go on the half, and you're taking a shot.
We saw that last week with San Antonio, that's for sure. Last play of the half, Lee Saltz took one in the chops on a forearm shiver. They're not just throwaways, are they?
No, they're not. And the one.
Got a pretty good game going. 3 turnovers suffered by Birmingham, helping Montreal pick up 13 of their 16 points. 16-10. Montreal out in front. Let's talk to the leading coach and go down to Michael Barkett. Mike.
All right, Brad, with Jacques Dussault, pas mal, monsieur.
Ouais, bonjour.
What do you think?
Well, I think that our defense played well, but our offense needs to get it going because we cannot ask our defense to be on the field constantly, and that's going to hurt us down the road. We need to get a drive going.
How about your special teams? That's been a weak link throughout the league, and your special teams have played fairly strong tonight.
Well, they're playing well. I think they hustle a lot, but again, it's I'm going to repeat myself. Maybe it's because my English is limited, but we need to get a drive going on offense, or we're not going to win the ball game.
All right, best of luck in the second half. Back to you, Brad.
All right, I bet that English won't be too limited when he gets to the locker room to try to straighten everybody out. But his team is out in front. We're at halftime. We've got our halftime report and a lot more coming up. Don't go away. 16-10. Machine in front. 56 yards on the kickoff return. He's going to get a shot at this one from the 3-yard line. Kador again, a little bit of a seam, but he's collared at the 31-yard line, goes down there, and that's where the Montreal Machine offense will start.
You got to get it going here, Brad. I mean, it's for 1 half, 14 plays. They got to come out and they got to start throwing on first down. They got to use a little bit of misdirection in the backfield. They got to roll Sweeney out a little bit, get him out of the back, get him out of the pocket.
Last week, Kevin Sweeney pulled at halftime by Jacques Dassault, and in came Michael Proctor, but he hasn't had a chance to do anything on offense this week.
He hasn't even broken a sweat.
Just inside its own 32-yard line. The Machine on offense, and there's the play action. Boomer said more passes on first down. That's what they're going to go to. And out and complete to the 35 to Broderick Sargent as fullback. Short gain on that one. Pick up of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Let's listen into the Montreal offense.
Okay, 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Okay, what do you got, Joe?
To far right, 66.
What do you got, Joe?
Probably
66. All right.
It's probably going to be a play action
far
pass.
Right, 66.
It's going to be it should be a play action pass, which is what they need to do.
Black 99.
Dual backfield, Sargent and Harris.
He could be audibling here too.
Straight drop by Sweeney, and wide open in the flat is Harris at the 35, and across the 40, and a first down to the 45-yard line. John Miller and Steve Heisch made the tackle. First down, Machine.
Okay, now we tell Joe Faragalli, come on, let's go. Let's get Kevin Sweeney in a rhythm. Let's let him keep throwing. He looks real strong right now at the beginning of the second half. Taking the short receivers.
What do you got? I can't hear Joe. If you can tell me to play, it'll help us.
55.
55 search. All right, I left 55 search. 30.
Yeah.
Joe Faragalli.
All right, 55 search, play action pass.
Sweeney steps up in the pocket, now scrambling around, and he's going to take off on his own. And Brantley runs him down at the 47-yard line. The other voice you're hearing is Paul Pollack, the tight end and running back coach, who's upstairs on the other end of that headset with Joe Faragalli.
Okay, what do you got, Joe? John?
44, fullback wide.
All right, get near him if you can.
Hey, I got to turn you off because it gets static.
All right, what do you got?
I'll give it to you. 844, fullback wide.
Split right, 844, fullback wide.
844, fullback wide. You'll see Broderick Sargent, number 47, wide to the right. Just drop it off to him.
Instead, over the middle, and it's intercepted by McGowan. Back to the 45-yard line. Sweeney picked off. McGowan, the inside linebacker, takes it the other way. He's got a fumble recovery and an interception tonight.
Kevin just kept his eyes on Keith Jennings the whole time, his tight end. If he would have looked out to the fullback, he would have released underneath, and Jennings might have had a little bit more of an opening in there. Instead, McGowan had nothing pulling him out of the middle.
Boomer, there was nobody within 15 yards of Sargent out in the right flat. You can't see it from this angle, but bad choice.
But you could see Kevin Sweeney looking downfield, the middle of the field the whole time. When you have your fullback going wide, you can look off the inside linebacker with your head and then come back over the middle. That time Kevin didn't do that.
So the Fire trailing by 6. Great break for them. They work at the Machine 45, and here comes the end around. Stacy Mobley waiting for his blockers. Does a nice job to get 6 yards before Steve Wafton runs him out of bounds.
Bill Anderson, the center, did a real nice job of opening a lane for Mobley coming around the corner. Again, a la the Denver Broncos.
That's Mobley's second carry for 17 yards. He got 6 that time. There's Bill Anderson, the center, out of Iowa.
Now those guys, they never get any play on TV or anything. Now there's a whole bunch of people in Iowa saying, there's my son, this is great.
You always remember your linemen, right? Pizza night and all that.
Hey, all that kind of good stuff.
2 tight end set here. 2nd down and 4 for the Fire. The pitch to Henderson. And Henderson got the corner and got the first down. And Murray ran him out of bounds.
No matter what you say, Brad, the offensive linemen are the most important people on offense. And my high school coach, Sal Champy, taught me that. He also taught me a prayer for the offensive linemen that went, we work the hardest, we're known the least. We work the hardest, we're known the least, but who cares, for we are the reason. And that is true. They are the reason that it works for you.
I like that.
Back up, Steve.
Henderson got 9.
6 out.
And a first down for Brett Peace in the Fire offense at the 30-yard line of Montreal. Third quarter, 11:47 to go. 16-10, Machine in front. Henderson again. Took a shot from Dan Murray, the inside linebacker. Tracy Simeon part of the collision as well. Pickup of 2. Let's take a look at Tracy on this play. Tell you what, that was a bad block by Mark Hopkins at tight end, and Simeon still got a piece of the ball carried.
Tracy does a nice job of fighting off the blocks. He actually takes them on, lowers his shoulder, does not absorb the blow, actually tries to give a blow, and then comes off the block and makes a nice tackle. Good linebacker play.
Second down along 8. Peace with a pump fake, wants to go deep, comes back to his secondary receiver. Hopkins at tight end, in and out of his hands.
He tried to run with that before he caught it. Took his eyes off of it. Good job by Peace, though, being real poised in the pocket, coming probably to his 3rd receiver. Tight end was probably supposed to block on that play. Nobody came, and then he released. It's a good job of Peace knowing where everybody on the field is.
Chan Gailey told us, he said, you know, Brent Peace is getting there, he just needs more reps. Well, he's getting those reps tonight. He's got another 3rd down situation. They're 3 of 7 on 3rd down conversions. He'll work from the gun here. That'd be a blitz coming from the Machine.
Here it comes.
There they come, and Peace might have hit one of those seams that Michael was talking about earlier. He goes down actually on his own. Terrell Austin was coming strong from the secondary with a blitz. 7-yard loss on the sack.
4th down. 30. Let's go. We're going to take the delay. Take the delay. Green. Green. Green.
He's telling his punt team to take the delay to give the punter a little bit better angle to try to knock it out inside the 20-yard line. A little bit close right here for the punter.
And so they'll just hold on here to try to give Maggio a better angle.
Maggio is an interesting story. When I was at the University of Maryland, the University of Maryland offered him a walk-on scholarship. At the same time, UCLA was offering him a scholarship.
Now, what kind of deal is that, right?
I said, you know, your heart might be at Maryland, but your head better be out there at UCLA.
And he was one of the best punters in the country at UCLA, 2nd in the country, in fact, over 45 yards a kick in 1989. Got him a 12th round draft pick from the Green Bay Packers before being released there. Let's see if Tracy Simeon puts a little heat on the Fire punter. He's the outside man on the left side. Back deep for the Machine is Richard Shelton.
Yeah, but he didn't do it, so.
High, lazy kick by Maggio. Let's see what the Fire special teams can do. They may have downed it at the 1-yard line. Yes, they have.
That was a tremendous play. And actually what they were doing there, they backed it up to Maggio to hang it up real high. And in this league, everybody can release to go down and get the football, as opposed to the NFL where you have to wait to hear the kick.
That is a perfect punt. 36 yards, dropping it on the 1-yard line. As you see the special teams and the job they do. Arthur Hunter got a hand on it. Then Ross, the tight end, downs it at the 1. And that is where Montreal will have to work on offense with the tailback in the eye. And he gets the call on the toss sweep. And he gets the Machine some nice breathing room to the 9-yard line. You know, you just got to wonder where Michael Barkan is about this time of the 3rd quarter.
Well, hi, Brad. I'm down here in the food court. I mean, this is not Riverfront Stadium here. This is not the Vet. This is not Giant Stadium. I mean, this is just a food extravaganza. Besides the beer and popcorn, we got pizza over here. We've got the Burger King over here. We've got muffins over there. We've got Louise right here on this side. Not just the ice cream, but we've got Kentucky Fried Chicken. Speaking of ice cream, oh my, thank you. I'm hungry. I gotta go.
2nd down, about hard to go. Harris cut back. He's got the first. Broke into the secondary across the 20 out to the 22-yard line. Ball comes loose but blown dead on a 1st down run by Roy Harris. Arthur Hunter made the hit.
It's a nice run. He kept his feet moving.
Harris had a great game the first time these two teams met 2 weeks ago. In fact, he had over 90 yards rushing, and tonight he's done a nice job. There's the numbers on the night for Elroy Harris.
That's a nice average for him. Too bad his offense hasn't been on the field long enough for him to enjoy himself.
Play fake to Harris. Sweeney running for his life, throws it away. And penalty marker down. Anderson Let's listen into Pierre a little bit more.
Marc, nous allons tout simplement analyser le jeu qu'on vient de voir, si tu le veux bien.
Ben, une course qui a été bien stoppée du côté de la défensive du Fire de Birmingham. On fait du bon travail à ce niveau-là. On a des difficultés sur la ligne offensive du côté de Birmingham.
Heureusement qu'il y a un problème là.
Parce qu'on n'a pas réussi vraiment à percer le centre de la ligne
Broadcast to our left. Back over here at second down and along 6. Mobley in motion. And the ball almost popped out of Pease's hands, but he got it back over the middle, incomplete. Intended for Willie Boyer, who's been Brent Pease's favorite receiver today. And again, Peace has to pick himself up off the turf. Ray Savage came with some pressure that time. Let's take a look at the total yardage in the ball game. And it again reflects that the Fire has done everything. Machine still trying to crack that 100-yard mark. But still, Montreal in front by 6 thanks to turnovers. If you're just joining us, Richard Shelton on the opening offensive play for Birmingham took a fumble recovery, 25 yards for a score. Later in that quarter, 62 yards with an interception. So that's 13 of the 16 points for the Machine. From the shotgun on 3rd down and 7. Quick in. Incomplete. Touchback.
Never see Art Modell and Paul Brown sitting in the same booth, I don't think.
Not in our day and age. And it is 16-10 with 4:53 to go 3rd quarter. The Machine from its own 20. Harris cuts back and runs, and I think they pulled it off.
And they did.
Penalty markers.
Out routes by your outside receivers and a crossing route by the guy on the inside. Man in motion will do an out route up top, and your tight end will be cutting across the middle.
It's Cador, who is in motion. Sweeney can't get away. Down he goes. Cullen McDaniels out of Oregon. 3rd down at 6. Inside handoff. Fans aren't going to like this call, I'll bet.
10 men on the line of scrimmage.
Return set up. They back off that. Kick spirals down to Henry at the 22. James Henry got around, got a nice block, and across the 35-yard line. Well, the Machine is trying to go, but with 2:45 to go 3rd quarter, they have sputtered on offense. Still, they're in front thanks to their defensive gems early in the ball game. 16-10 as the Fire takes over at its own 38-yard line. Peace throws out, and one-hopped it to Stacy Mobley.
It was almost the same play that was picked off earlier in the game by Shelton. This time Peace threw a nice ball, threw it out low, just a little bit too low.
You got the wing left hitter. Wing left.
Well, see, where he throws the ball is outside and low where it wants to be. Just got a little more steam on it. This way Shelton has no chance at the interception. And he got rid of it on time.
Tracy Simeon, our helmet cam guy, got a little bit of pressure on Peace. 2nd down at 10. Everybody jumps off here. Unless someone drew the 2nd and 15. Peace wants to throw a screen, I thought, and now lobs one out there and got it complete. Henderson with the catch. Penalty markers down. Do we have a legal man downfield?
Sure do. The screen started too late because it was strung out by the Montreal defense.
I think we got a legal team downfield.
Well, actually, had Bill Anderson, I know, was one of the guys downfield.
Ineligible receivers downfield. On the offense, 50 and 52. That is a loss of down penalty. 3rd down.
Anderson and Iniguez, the center and the right guard, are the two guys illegally downfield.
All right, let's go with the King Right facts. King Right facts. Right.
Here's a look at that last play from our USA helmet cam.
Good job by Simeon chasing down the play. There he is.
Got Joe Henderson right in the rear end, basically, on that one.
Well, you know, I don't know how to react to that one. Actually, what happens, those guys start foaming at the mouth when they see those guys real close to him.
That's what Tracy looks like he's got on his helmet, but I think that's some of the chalk line here on the AstroTurf with his 3rd down and a mile. Peace in trouble, and down he goes. Simeon's part of the group. So is Johnny Carter. 2nd sack of the night.
I tell you, Birmingham is asking R.C. Mullen, who is 6'6", 315 pounds, to try to block Tracy Simeon. And you can see that is no match for the big horse. just does not have the speed to stay with him.
We saw Joe Henderson's backside a minute ago. We're about to see, well, we will in a minute, the kneecap of Brent Peace. Not the greatest punt. And fielded courageously by Shelton, who took that one on the fly, got about a yard out of the return on it. 59 seconds to go, third quarter. Tracy Simeon, who got part of the last sack. Here it comes. Pretty nice hit, Boomer.
Well, I'll tell you what, he has really shown us something tonight. He is a bona fide NFL player, if you ask me. I mean, he's coming around that corner. He's giving those tackles all they can handle all night long. He said he was intense. And he said, you might see some things you're not going to like, Boomer.
Simeon, originally a free agent, signed with the Steelers. Spent time on their developmental squad. And now will be a Kansas City Chief when the World League season's over. 6-yard pickup by Harris down to the 41-yard line. Elroy Harris has done most of the work on the ground. He came into this game 4th in the league in rushing. McGowan's had a busy night. Former Butkus Award winner for the Seminoles of Florida State with an interception and a fumble recovery. Elroy Harris now 50 yards on 10 carries. He's the tailback in the eye at 2nd and 4. Machine fans trying to gear it up a little bit here. Here comes Harris again. And he took a big shot, and second effort got him the first down and maybe a touchdown. Harris on his way, 41 yards. That helps the per carry average and the scoreboard. Here comes Elroy Harris.
A real nice run by Elroy. Lowers his shoulder. You got to wrap him up.
Hunter with the hit.
He's got to wrap him up. He can't just throw his shoulder into a big guy like that. And Harris is a good enough athlete to keep his feet moving. We've seen that all night long. Second effort by Harris. Arthur Hunter's got to wrap him up. He cannot just throw his shoulder in there.
Nitmo for the point after.
That's easy for me to say, but got somebody 230 pounds coming at me. I don't know if I'm going to wrap him up.
And we got a roughing the kicker penalty on the extra point as Bjorn Nitmo knocked it through, and then somebody let him have it. Flags are down.
They kick it out of the end zone here. You want to try to put them inside the 10-yard line.
Let's see what Tracy Simeon does on the special teams. From inside the USA helmet cam. There's the high kickoff.
This is a great kick right here. This is a good opportunity for them to come down and stick them inside the 10.
Wilson will only get out to about the 12. He had to take it a couple yards deep after the kick that Boomer called for. Richard Shelton made the tackle. Now we got a little fight going on as the quarter comes to a close. And penalty markers fly on the near sideline on the final play of quarter number 3.
That's the end of the third quarter.
We've got 1 to play at Olympic Stadium, Montreal, as Paul McGowan looks on, his team trailing by 13. They sure are. We hope you're having fun wherever you're watching. Be with us again next Monday night. We'll be in Birmingham for the Fire and the Monarchs of London. Brad Nessler, Boomer Esiason, and Michael Barkan. And we have fun every Monday night. And so do the guys on Saturdays on USA coverage of World League football.
Actually, what happened right before we left, there was a personal foul assessed to both sides, and both of the players that were involved in that personal foul in this league, you have to sit out 2 plays before you're allowed back onto the field. It's one of the new rules in this league that they try to curtail fighting after each of these plays.
Fire starts from its own 12-yard line. Henderson picks up his blocking on the right side. Got out near the 18. Darrell Holmes from the secondary, part of the crew to help on the hit. At the end of 3 quarters, here's how the statistics line up. Birmingham still almost 10 more minutes with the football, and they've got the total yardage edge, but Turnovers in the 2 key plays early by Richard Shelton. The difference, interception return for a score, a fumble return for a score, both in the first quarter. And it's 23-10, Machine in front. Peace. Run out of bounds with it. Couldn't find anybody. Takes down the advertisement on the far side. Ray Savage from Virginia. Jerry Leggett, the right end, both chasing. 3rd sack of the night officially in the books.
Brent really had nowhere to throw that ball. The defense had his deep receiver running a comeback, covered real well. Again, Shelton doing his job as he's done all night long.
Rhonda, 269 fin. Rhonda, 269 fin. 269
Actually
fin.
sending their nickel package in now, figuring that they're going to throw. Take out one of their linemen and bring in another defensive back.
3rd down and 9. Peace over the middle. Completion.
That's a late hit.
But inside the 20, well short of the first down. Just got a short gain to Willie Boyer. You talk about a short gain. Johnny Carter, the nose tackle, was in on the stop.
Montreal's defense has really done a nice job in this second half controlling the offense of Birmingham. Birmingham has not been able to move the ball at all. I thought coming out of the locker room at halftime that they would really put some points on the board.
Maggio to punt. Shelton fields at the 47 and now reverses his field, looking for some yardage. Well, he ran right back into the pursuit as Hopkins.
Muti, and if that name sounds Italian, it's because he's from Milano, Italy. And I understand you had visa problems. That's not the only problem. You've had visa problems. Tell me about that.
Yeah, 15 days before I must come back in Italy for take my visa, because if I wait the visa here, I must to stay for 1 month without visa. And so I come back in Italy and I fly for 40 hours. And I come back here in Birmingham.
I hate when that happens. What happened with the what happened in terms of the American football in Italy and the American football here? What are your thoughts on that?
There are many different because there are not many people like here when there is a game, and the players are not very good like here. For me, it's very exciting to be here and very happy.
And he said he couldn't speak English. Molto bene. Back to you, Brad.
All right. Paulo was part of the Milan Frogs team and then the Milan Rhinos, who actually won the Italian version of their Super Bowl. So he's played a little football, a little different variety.
I was at a camp in Salso Maggiore, Italy, that was about 3 hours drive south at 100 miles an hour down the autostrada. And there were close to 500 kids at this football camp. So there's a big following in Italy for American football.
2nd down along 8. The Machine starting their offensive series in Birmingham territory for the 2nd time in a row. And they're going back in their own territory with Ricky Johnson.
Arthur Hunter made a nice play right there. Came in the backfield, pick up Ricky Johnson, played off the block, forced a loss.
You know, it's nice that Barkan is so bilingual or trilingual or whatever. He's tried to help us out, be our interpreter here in Montreal, and he's spoken a lot of French over the course of the last couple of days. He told the cab driver today, please get your male cat out of the refrigerator in my garage.
Well, I was trying the best I could, but did we get to the restaurant or not? That's the question.
Sweeney, deep ball, man out there, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Steve Gage back in the secondary. So Birmingham needed a big play on defense, and they have it. That'll give it back to their offense. And we've got still plenty of time, 11:42 to go in the ball game. Sweeney's 2nd interception of the night.
Actually acts like a punt. If you realize it, you're inside the 10-yard line. They were going to punt if they didn't make it anyway.
Door, 903 center. Let's go.
There's the play sent in with Brent Peace, the quarterback.
Yeah.
He said 903. The single receiver will be running a deep go pattern. The middle receiver, your tight end usually, will be running a shallow cross pattern. And your other receiver, your other outside receiver, will be running an out pattern.
Good news for Brent Peace. He and the offense with the ball back. The bad news, they started their own 6-yard line.
They haven't been able to protect Brent a little bit here, so this is a dangerous play in this part of the field. No, I guess.
Hey, hold it!
in his own end zone. He better get rid of it. And finally does, and it's intercepted. And then the scoop, Quentin Jones, and he gives it off. Steve Lofton on the run. He's waiting for some blockers. And Lofton has a crease now on the sideline all the way to the 6-yard line. Give me a break.
You gotta love it.
What a play.
Are these guys in the secondary of the machine having fun or what?
Wow. Steve Lofton finally did the honors after a couple of laterals.
You know, that's not really the fault of Brent Peace because he's back in the end zone ready to give up a safety. Remember that there is no in the grass rule here. I said prior to this play that they were having trouble protecting him. He just gets out of this and just heaves it and is actually trying to probably throw it out of bounds.
Talk about Daryl Holmes with quick thinking with the pitch to Quentin Jones, his buddy in the secondary.
Now
and then
check
the pitch
Lofton
to
come
left
around
corner.
the corner here. Who wants the ball? Watch this. Shelton wants the ball from him.
So now the machine down close again. Elroy Harris already with 1 touchdown tonight. He got inside the 5 to the 4. John Brantley and John Miller in on the tackle. It's been a tough night for number 10.
Really, the 2 mistakes that I think that Brent has made tonight, obviously, was the one out pattern that he underthrew a little bit, and Shelton returned that for a touchdown. But then the other play was down when they were on their own 2-yard line, or Montreal's 2-yard line, and threw the interception in the end zone. Other than that, he hasn't really had much support around him.
Elroy Harris has 96 yards rushing. He's 4 yards away from the end zone, and here he comes trying to get to 100 into the end zone, and he lost the handle. And the Fire recovers this one. McGowan, I think, is going to scoop up his... No, it's not McGowan. Steve Heisch with the fumble recovery.
If you're Brent Peace right now, you breathe a sigh of relief.
Each team with 4 turnovers.
And if you're Harris, you're looking for air. He got leveled. It was Johnny Miller that laid the wood to him.
I think he was looking for somebody to pitch it to.
That is a nice tackle by Miller.
The Fire's got it back at their own 20, trailing by 13 when we come back. Stay with Birmingham from its own 20-yard line, trailing by 13. And that's not going to get them 13 points. This week on USA, live first and second round coverage. 2nd down and 9. Quick hitter, only about a yard. Avery trying to lead the way for Henderson, and the offense of the Fire is out right now. It's 3rd down and 8. Joe Henderson's been busy tonight.
Hot, 924 under. Hot.
One of the unique ways to travel around Olympic Stadium. It's the only place Barkan hasn't been on a bicycle tonight. From the shotgun, Brent Peace with 4 wideouts, 3 there to the top of your screen.
Let's see if they can protect him on this particular play.
Here comes a blitz from the secondary. Get rid of it. Lofts it out, Henderson, and they blow this one dead. Flags all over.
I'll tell you what, that was a dangerous play by Montreal. They sold out and brought everybody, and luckily for them, they stopped the play. Henderson had some room there.
Yeah. False start. Number 75. Offense. Still 3rd down.
You know, talking to Jacques Tussaud, I found it rather ironic. I'm sitting there talking to him, and I'm wondering if I was in the locker room with the Chicago Bears and Mike Ditka had his accent, how would that sound? Run to the ball. Run to the ball.
Jacques, who spent the past 2 years at Mount Allison University in Sackville, New Brunswick. He was here with the Montreal Alouettes as an assistant coach and with the Concords as well in the early to mid 80s. So he's seen football in this city for a number of years. Peace with a pressure again. Flips it out. That's a lateral, I think, to Henderson, but he can take it anyway. Not quite enough for the 1st down. Maybe a yard and a half shy.
He even tried to move Peace out of the pocket and still got pressure.
Tracy Simeon in on the stop.
I think we got to go over there and talk to the coach and find out what's going on. Who's responsible for the helmet cam? He's going to ask his head coach.
Huh?
Can't protect the leg.
Hey,
that's
so
the
they can't protect a leg. Nice punt.
Great punt. by Maggio. Backpedaling is Richard Shelton. He lost the handle but covered it at the 23-yard line. 7 minutes and 59 seconds to go in the ball game. Still a 13-point spread in the Montreal Machine's favor. And this is from field cam. That's the leak coming through the ceiling or the roof of Olympic Stadium in Montreal. The Machine in gear, though, up by 13 with just under 8 minutes to go. Kevin Sweeney. Incomplete. Intended for Keith Jennings, his tight end. Let's go down to the sideline to Michael Barkan.
Well, there's finally something that'll put the helmet cam on the fritz. After 3.5 quarters of vicious, savage hitting from Tracy Simeon, the battery wore out. I hate that. Back to you.
Get that battery out of that pink rabbit. Where is it?
That's why we didn't see the pressure from number 53 last time. But boy, he gave us a treat tonight with some of the pursuit. The pressure he put on Brett Peace, some of the tackles of Henderson and others. So USA helmet cam did its job again tonight. Ricky Johnson with a hole, and he might have a first down. Dives forward across the 32-yard line. Arthur Hunter and Tracy Sanders is Ricky Johnson.
You know, one of the things I don't understand about Montreal's offense, and I don't know too much about it, but you have a big tight end like Keith Jennings, is 6'4", 240 pounds. Why not use him a little bit more in the pass offense?
Here's a Maryland guy, Boomer, picking up a first down.
I like it. I like it. And he's got the M on the side of his helmet.
He did not get the first down. Third down at about a half yard.
White 19. White 19. Set, Daryl, set.
Telling Darrell Harris to set. And see if Ricky Johnson's got it now. Forward progress may have picked up the first down. That was not your basic, that was not a checkoff at the line. That was just Darrell put the brakes on out there. Number 21, Darrell Harris, who was in motion.
Well, what happened there is you had both backs in motion in the backfield, and the quarterback knows that because of the set that they ran the play from. And Darrell tends to forget there's a guy behind him that's moving as well, and you can't have two guys moving at the same time. The quarterback has to be the student on the field and be the coach on the field and tell his players, hey, get in the right place at the right time and calm down.
76, Jake Cat.
That's a lot of poise by Kevin Sweeney on that particular play, because that's not an easy thing to do with the 35-second clock going down below 5 seconds, telling one of your players to sit still. He's 30 yards away from it.
Machine now just needs to eat up 6 minutes off the clock with a 13-point lead, and that first down helps the cause. Now Sweeney rolls and throws short and almost picked off. Steve Heisch, Maurice Oliver, rather, the outside linebacker, had his hands on it.
He's actually had a game going on with the outside linebacker Sweeney has. When he rolls out of the pocket, one time you saw that he was throwing it over the linebacker's head. This time he tried to throw it underneath the linebacker.
As they would say up here, not a great night for the Carrière. The quarterback has struggled a little bit.
But he hasn't really, been on the field that long. I mean, I don't see how he gets a rhythm going.
Well, he was like a pitcher that was handed about a 6-run lead when this thing started. His team was up 13-0 before he even put his chin strap on. Now he's got Ricky Johnson out in the flat. Johnson wanting to play is close to another first down.
Ricky did a nice job there. He could have broken outside, get a few more yards, but probably would have gotten knocked out of bounds. At this point in time of the game, you want to keep all your receivers, all your running backs, and try to tell them, hey, stay in bounds with the ball. Keep that clock running. Now, Kevin Smart here, he'll also take the 35-second clock down to under 5 seconds.
We're under 5 minutes on the game clock. You see the 11 quarters of play has not been a pass-happy Machine offense. First down, Broderick Sargent. Fullback, straight ahead.
But Brad, how do you win games? You win games with solid defense and good special teams, and you wait till your offense comes up and catches up to you. We've seen a lot of teams. Well, I've seen a lot of teams in the past be able to score a lot of points but still lose games 44-41. You have to stop them first. And that's exactly what the Machine defense has done in the second half. They've shut down the Birmingham Fire.
Jacques Dussault, the head coach of the Machine, told us, they had a great idea when they told us before the draft, we want wide open, no huddle, a lot of passing game in the World League. He says, and then you draft the people, you realize what you have, and he said it doesn't always work out that way. And with that in mind, tonight, the ground game, the turnovers, the defense is what has kept the Machine going. Elroy Harris has had a nice night. Of course, he had the 41-yard touchdown run, closing in on 100 yards on the night.
All right, give me team Team King right. Team King right. Toss. 28 toss.
Team right. Team right.
Self-explanatory there. It's going to be a toss to your right. One of the other things that you heard the coaches say is that we can't handle this guy. And the guy that they were talking about was Maurice Oliver.
Team right.
Maurice Oliver is totally shutting down the left side of the Montreal offense. So now they're going to run away from him, coming to the right side here.
Look for Elroy Harris again, the tailback in the eye, number 32.
Here they come to the right, away from Maurice Oliver.
Harris puts his head down and got to midfield. And Elroy goes over 100 with that carry, I think.
Smart play by Birmingham. Now they're calling timeout. They want to hold the clock down.
All right. Did they send Nickel in?
Here's Elroy coming up right at you. See his eyes. Put that ball away, Elroy.
Let me know if the nickel comes in. They got a timeout. Hey, Sweeney, you got a timeout.
I don't see
You're listening to Joe Farragalli, the offensive coordinator of the machine. Here's Keith Jennings to say, throw the ball to me, coach.
8 plays in this drive, Montreal's longest possession, which is just what they want.
They haven't put their nickel in yet. No, they haven't. No. Okay, you want to go 2-1-2? Yeah, no. Wing left. Wing left, 1-2.
Okay, what they're talking about now.
Because they didn't put their nickel in yet, okay?
It's a chess game going on between the coaches. Who's sending what personnel in the game? And the offense has to worry about what defensive personnel is in the game so they can run the proper play against the right defense. So he called 2-1-2. I would imagine it's going to be a quick slant to one of the outside receivers.
Here we go. Let's go wing left.
Or hit the tight end in the flat.
Back him up.
Quick.
Need 6 yards. There's probably going to be a slant to one of the receivers.
Ready.
We called 2-1-1 actually.
If I went back there to pass, I'd be worried about where number 44 was.
I'd look for Mike Adore running a slant pattern for the first down.
Fight 19. Fight 19.
Number 81 on the top of your screen.
There's the slant to Darrell Harris the other way, and I don't know if he got the first down or not. McGowan put the hit on it.
Well, they both ran slant patterns. I can't tell him which way to look, but he's a right-handed quarterback, so he's going to have a tendency to look to his right as opposed to his left.
Hold on. They're going to measure the son of a bitch.
They're going to take a look at this one. Joe had his own way of letting you know they were going to measure.
Oh, you got to love it. Coaches they become so involved in what's happening on the field that they forget who they are. And all they're thinking about is what's happening on the field. So every now and then you're going to hear a few of this.
4, search.
I right.
Zoom, I right.
Go zoom.
All right, zoom, I right, 34 search.
Go zoom, I right, 34 search. Go on one, ready?
So I right is the formation. Zoom means that you're going to have your inside receiver, number 81, who is your Z receiver. Receivers are mentioned or lettered X, Y, and Z. Your Y is the tight end, your X is your weak side receiver, your Z is your flanker, who usually lines up on the side of your tight end. When he says zoom, that tells the wide receiver, the Z, to line up away from the tight end and then come in motion towards the tight end.
Machine had virtually no offense before this drive. You see they've matched it in first downs in this 10-play drive alone, what they did offensively through the rest of the game. So when they've had to have it to eat clock and protect a 13-point lead, they're getting it.
And he calls 34 search as the play. He's going to hand it to his fullback, and the fullback really listens to 34 search. They run to the right, and he's got to search to find the hole.
All right, let's go zoom my right, 34 search on one,
Sergeant,
ready?
number 47, is the fullback with Ricky Johnson, the tailback in this instance. On first down for the Machine with 3:35 to go, and they lead by 13 points. Fedor in motion.
There's your zoom. There's your off-tackle search.
Nope. Going nowhere. John Brantley, the linebacker, makes the hit for Birmingham.
Maybe Brantley was listening into what we were talking about.
You know, he learned a little football under Vince Dooley, who called him finest linebacker I've seen at Georgia. And that includes some pretty good ones over the years. A lot more action coming up on USA Saturday. The New York, New Jersey Knights head north, and they'll take on this same Machine here at Olympic Stadium, or Sacramento and Frankfurt. That's Saturday, 8 o'clock Eastern here on USA. Birmingham and London Monday night, San Antonio and Raleigh-Durham as well. Boomer and Michael Barkan and I'll be in Birmingham at Legion Field for that matchup. The Monarchs are perfect, 3-0.
No, I've never been down to Legion Field, but I see it every year on TV. Auburn versus Alabama and all the great history that goes into that place. I'm really looking forward to getting down there and seeing what football Alabama style is all about.
There you go. Second down at about 12 coming up for Kevin Sweeney.
Let's go, knock him off the ball now. Let's go, team. Team left.
Kevin, who spent a good portion of time with the Dallas Cowboys.
He actually started a game against us in 1988 and played rather well.
Tonight, 5 out of 13, 41 yards, a couple of interceptions on the night. Right now, the Machine's doing it on offense when they have to. Ricky Johnson spun away from a couple of tacklers and still came up short of the line of scrimmage. Otis Moore.
There's an interesting block there.
Stop.
Interesting block by number 86, K.D. Dunn. He actually came in motion across the formation and then dove back in to try to knock McGowan off the play.
There's K.D. Dunn,
and I'm not so sure that wasn't an illegal block because he came back in from the outside and hit McGowan below the knees. But those are the trials of football. If you can get away with it, get away with it.
3rd and 12. Machine at the 46-yard line of Birmingham. Delayed blitz coming. Ball up in the air, incomplete. As Arthur Hunter got a piece of it. Pass intended for K.D. Dunn.
Arthur had good coverage here. He's kind of befuddled, wondering why that wasn't offensive pass interference.
He's had a pretty good night back there in the secondary.
He sure has. Both secondaries have played well tonight.
He's got to come across the guy.
He's telling Sweeney that the tight end has to come underneath Hunter as opposed to running into Hunter. That's one of those things that both of these teams have had problems with was, is their timing between receiver and quarterback and understanding the routes and which way they got to go.
They came after Chris Moore, and he not only took a low snap, but he got away a nice punt. And this one going out of bounds at about the 1-yard line. Averaging 47 yards a kick on his punting tonight. He took a low snap with heavy pressure and just buried Birmingham back inside the 2. 51-yard kick. Perfect job by Chris Moore.
That's an offensive weapon right there for you. You get a punter that can do that consistently. Makes it that much more difficult for the opposing offense to go 99 yards, 98 yards in this case.
Something we wanted to mention, Chris's brother-in-law was in an automobile accident, we understand is in a coma, Grant Quinn, and we wish the entire Quinn and Moore family all the best with that. Hopefully things are going to turn out just fine. Brent Peace, things not so fine for him from the gun.
What they're doing now is they're putting him in the shotgun, giving him a little bit better opportunity to see downfield as opposed to dealing with the rush every time he drops back. This is really where the no-huddle offense was born out of. It was really born out of a two-minute drill.
66 choice.
Which is about all the Fire is going to have left here in 7 or 8 seconds if they get this play off. There's the 2-minute warning upcoming after this snap. Peace from the end zone. Going deep. Boyer's out there, and it's intercepted. Steve Lofton. How about the secondary for Montreal? Lofton, Shelton, Holmes, and Jones are having a field day. 4th interception of the night.
Boyer actually had him beat. Thunder threw the ball. He had a chance.
2nd of the night for Lofton. Montreal's got it back. Tonight's KFC player of the game is Richard Shelton. He's the guy that started it off. A 25-yard fumble return on Birmingham's first offensive play, and about 5 minutes later, 62 yards with an interception. So he accounted for 12 of the 23 Montreal points tonight. Kentucky Fried Chicken will make a donation of $1,000 in Shelton's name to DARE, Drug Abuse Resistance Education. Our congratulations to Richard Shelton and the Montreal Machine. They have a great night in front of the hometown folks. And they win it tonight, 23-10, the final over Birmingham.
They've won that. Mouse was joking at breakfast this morning saying, boy, maybe we should lose the toss.